What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Make sure, if you don't already, to go subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram at MojoBuck80, bringing you some awesome gear reviews, opinions, thoughts, and like always, we appreciate you guys' comments and how we can make these videos better. But without further ado, I wanted to get out here on this gorgeous spring day here in Georgia, kind of give you a turkey vest, gear dump, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of give you an inside look at what I'm using, and preface this video with the stuff I use is because I like it, I bought it, and it's my opinion. It may not fit you or how you hunt, but maybe you can find something and take away that can better improve your turkey hunting system. So without further ado, let's get after it. All right, let's get this thing started, guys. So to start off with, probably the most important essential piece of gear, in my opinion, the foundation to what you're going to build the rest of the stuff that you use during the spring off of, is your turkey vest. So this year I picked up the Alps Impact, which is one of the lightweight versions of the Grand Slam, of course, in mossy oak bottomland. But the reason that I picked this particular vest is the seat. It's got an internal strap system, so you don't need to find a tree all the time. Waterproof bottom. It's also really lightweight and slim. The only complaints about the vest so far is the seat is not the thickest padding on here, but really, I mean, for as long as I've had to sit in it, it's been fine. But from the top down, you've got adjustable straps. I really like that part. They're really high quality backpack straps, and they seem to have held up pretty good so far. On my left side, I've had this little gun pod forever, since I was, in middle school. This is from Hunter Specialties. It's just kind of a thing that, even if I don't use it, I just like to have it. It's just kind of turkey hunters are weird like that. They keep stuff in their vests that are superstitious, I guess. The top pocket, I don't have anything in it currently. Great for a cell phone. This cell phone I'm filming off of will fit in there nicely. This top pocket, we have a turkey tote. This is really the pocket you open if you've had a successful morning, so I'll keep that kind of stuff in here. But the turkey tote is made by Tote Lanyards out of Texas. This guy makes my duck totes you've seen on the channel before, but this is his turkey version, which is basically one drop with a couple loops. You can either put it on his noggin or put it on his legs behind the spurs. It's a really cool piece. Everybody's coming out with their own version of a strap these days. The only other thing in this pocket is a knife that I actually picked up today, but I usually have a knife of some kind in the turkey vest. Just a real slim profile, decent little hunting knife, because when you kill a bird, obviously you want to be able to butcher it up real quick wherever you're at. So that is that pocket. The next pocket, we're going down. Like I said, bear with us, guys. We're doing this live. It's my shell of choice this year. I'm shooting and like many other years before, Longbeard XR by Winchester 3-inch. Number 6. This is the Magnum version of this load. I don't really believe in 3.5s because when you can kill them with 3-inch, why spend the extra money? But this has been a heck of a shell so far. Patterned it everywhere between 25 and 40 yards. Love it. And you'll see the turkey gun set up here in just a second. Other than that, in this pocket, you've got the Princeton Tech, one of their lights they teamed up with Mossio. Of course, you got to have the OG bottomland strap. But that's been a great headlamp. I do like a headlamp that has the red light version, so if you got to sneak up under some roosted turkeys, at least you got white light in there. You've got the old classic Primos Old Crow. I'm not a really giant fan of crow calls for locators. I'd rather use owl hoot or whatever, but that's fine. We got it anyway. Inside of this pocket, we have got some massing gloves. Obviously, you got to have 2 or 3 sets of these. I've got some old go-tos with the fingers cut out, Primos, and I've got a backup mask in mossy oak, which is just your basic. You've seen guys on YouTube all over the place use this thing, little $12 mask. If you use this rule in turkey hunting, you'll be better off in the long run. 2 is 1, 1 is none. So, like this morning, I had to let my good buddy Tom Bojo use that extra set of masks. So, you're welcome, Tom, for me bringing you some masks and gloves. This year, we've teamed up with Hoorag, a really famous company that makes sport fishing like do-rags and net gaiters and whatnot. This is like an all-purpose net gaiter. They make them in all kind of mossy oak patterns, Obsession. This one's in original bottomland, so obviously I had to have it. That's a great item. Next, I picked up, finally spent the money and got some Nomad gloves, specifically made for turkey hunting, with the fingers already cut out so they won't fray on you. They've got some really nice fingers. In green leaf, obviously, to match. So green leaf gloves there. Let's go in this other pocket here. In the NWTF pocket, this is pretty much the pocket they designated for slate and friction calls. And right now I've got just an old foggy bottom from Primos, dipped in OG. I've got an old Bass Pro cover, but I don't use it for a cover. I use it to hold my Scotch-Brite pads, which are really just for my strikers. And I've got a couple of Primos strikers in there. So just a designated friction call pocket. Got the ants crawling on me. And let's see, I do not carry a box call ever. I have box calls, but I just don't like them. Let's see if I can get this out. Hold on. All right, we finally got him talked out of the vest. This is Big Black, or Big Sexy, otherwise known as Tyrone. Tyrone doesn't come out every hunt, but he's there if you need him. Basically, just a gobble shaker. This is an old Primos version, I believe. But it's very rare I'll pull this out. Not something I recommend on public land at all. Not something if you're... It's just dangerous. I wouldn't use one, any gobble call at all. But in certain situations, you can utilize this to mess them up a little bit, maybe get them a little closer. This morning, I had to pull it out. Had some henned up gobblers, and they responded to it very well. We just couldn't see them because of the lay of the land. So sometimes it's an ace in the hole, but most of the times it's Tyrone. Moving on to the back of the vest. Back here, we have another very important partner that we've used last spring, but it's a Richard Duncan's Strut 360. This thing is, I call it the black box of death if you've seen any of the content on social media from Mojo Bucket 80. But this thing is awesome. It is basically a remote control 360 degree torture device for any tom in the area. You stick your decoy in it. Let me get out of this wind real quick. You stick your decoy in that stake hole, and it's remote control. I've just filled it up with fresh batteries this year. It is awesome. Put it out in the field, in the woods, stake it down, and drive that tom turkey absolutely bonkers. But that is it. That's always going to be in my vest. I've got a couple of avian stakes, of course, in case you're not using the 360. You can throw them up in the field. And last but not least, in the hydration carrier, we have got probably the most single important piece of gear in the turkey vest. Toilet paper, baby. You gotta have it. You never know when that coffee's gonna hit you, or the breakfast you had, that tom hammers off and makes your belly get the rumble tummy. So toilet paper, gotta have it. Get a Ziploc bag. Trust me, you'll thank me later. So that was the turkey vest breakdown. I'm really happy with that Alps impact vest so far. We'll see how it goes at the end of the season, and I'll kind of update this. But let's move on from the turkey vest to probably the second most important part, is your camouflage. So I'm a big mossy oak fan when it comes to the spring. I love the old school stuff like the original and green leaf. But right now, this spring, I am rocking a pair of the Nomad stretch light pant. I've been super happy with how lightweight these pants are. You can really, bend down, do whatever you got to do in the woods to chase that turkey around. So they've been awesome. Obviously, you get them through some briars, you get them snagged up. That's going to happen. They're not going to stay pretty forever. They got some pretty awesome pockets on the side, high hip pocket. You got your standard cargo pocket right there. Right here, we've got one of the new colors from North Mountain Gear. We are exclusively rocking their leafy pullover this year. This is in the OG bottomland. It's been awesome. This is great for early season when the woods aren't just really greened up just yet, like green leaf. But this is awesome. You can even, dual purpose this for deer hunting. So it's a lot of uses. This is a really high quality piece. North Mountain Gear, they've been awesome and let us use their stuff this year, test it out. But you'll see a lot of the big names on YouTube running this stuff too. It's got an awesome Kangaroo Pocket. I keep my cell phone there. When you're wearing a turkey vest, it's kind of hard to reach down and get your phone out of your pocket. So that's a great place for that. It's got two pockets on the side. and it's really made out of some really nice jersey material on the inside, so it slides over your clothes. But really quiet buckles. It's got a hood, but super happy with that piece so far. And yes, I also have one in green leaf, so when the woods get nice and greened up during middle and late season, we're going to be rocking that. For shoes, I'm a big snake boot guy. I like snake boots, but this year I just wanted to go with something a little bit more lightweight and breathable, since we're going to be doing a lot of hiking out west come May. But this is the 8-inch version of the Summit by Muck Boot. It has been just absolutely awesome. Really short break-in period with these. You know, Muck's known for their durability and their rubber boot line, their neoprene stuff. You guys probably, you know, grew up with them like I did, but this has been an awesome boot. My feet don't really sweat. I'm just wearing Nike socks with them. Right now in Georgia, it's about between 70 and 80 degrees during the day most days, but waterproof all the way up here. They've got a locking inlet there for your shoelace, so your bottom doesn't lose if you want to loosen up that top while you're walking. Let your feet get a little bit better circulation. But they're great. They're real quiet, and just an overall great boot. Highly recommend those. And let's move on to some firepower, see what we're slinging. And probably the next most vital part of your turkey gear loadout is obviously what you're going to harvest your turkey with. This is just your regular Benelli 28-inch Nova, which is the pump version. So it's a very affordable gun, even though it carries the Benelli name. A few mods that I have done to it is, first of all, you've probably noticed the camouflage job on it is done by the guys over at Etheridge Hydrographics. If you guys have not seen the dipping video that I did a couple months ago with them, check that out. It shows this gun being dipped in the most minute detail. Those guys are very awesome at what they do, and I'm highly satisfied with this after having it in the woods several times so far. But it is tipped with a Jebs 650. Shout out to Jebs Chokes. They are masters at patterning shot shells, especially turkey loads. I've got about a 4-inch high-vis bead on the top. That's just by choice. You don't necessarily have to have that. I've got an all-rubber sling by Limb Saver. I like that because it sticks to your shoulder a little bit better. Let's see. Moving on to the back, you've got a enhanced recoil pad by Limb Saver. This is the Airflex, I believe, but it really zaps the sting out of those turkey loads. The stock pad that comes on a Benelli Nova is pretty much non-existent. It's like having that on your shoulder, so that was a night and day difference. But yeah, I love this gun. Killed several turkeys with it last year. You know, from Indiana, Georgia, all over the place. It's a heck of a gun. Love it, and I really like all the mods we got done with this year. So you will see a lot of that gun to come. Let's move on to some decoys now. This option, you know, may not necessarily be the smartest choice on public land. You may just want to run with a hen, or maybe none at all. So like I said, it's not for everybody, but where I can use these, I really enjoy using both of these decoys. They've been great. I've had that one for several years now. This one for 2 years. And you know, when you're done, put them in the closet. They come back out looking great next spring. So let's wrap this thing up real quick for you guys. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. If you're a turkey hunter like myself, drop a comment. If you see something that I didn't have in my vest that you have, that you think I could benefit from, please let me know. I'm definitely not an expert, don't claim to be, and I can always learn something. So you guys have a safe spring, and stay tuned. We're going to keep it coming.